Thunder Rock Riffs Masterclass. So because I respect you and your time, I'm not going to try to sell you on attending this masterclass. The fact is, you're watching this now and you've been here for quite a while, so thank you. And you're probably already convinced that yes, this will help you. So I'm just going to help you decide if it's right for you. I'm going to show you what the class is about, what it can do for you. Okay? Sound fair enough? All right, cool. So Thunder Rock Riffs is a 6-week interactive masterclass taught by Chief Guitarist and Residence Professor Steve Stein. Here's what it'll do for you. You'll be able to improvise your own riffs from scratch. You'll be able to develop your own unique style and signature sound. You'll play the great riffs in the style of your favorite guitarists, and you'll learn new songs faster and easier. Here's what you get. 6 weeks of interactive online video lessons from Steve, 100% focused on riffs. You're going to learn 26 hot riffs in all major guitar styles from 1960 to the present. You get personal one-on-one help from Steve. You get a VIP private email address so you can contact him. And you get private Facebook group, which is awesome. And you get to interact with Steve and, more importantly, the other members of the masterclass, okay? Which is a super cool group and is our most active Facebook group. You also get 2 one-hour live video sessions on Saturday mornings where you'll be able to speak directly with Steve so you can get your questions answered fast. You get recordings of each of these live sessions, so you'll have them for life. You get lifetime access to all the videos inside the members-only website. You get the complete tab for each week's lessons, so you can easily follow along and you'll never get lost. And you get 46 jam tracks, which is 2 versions of all 26 riffs, okay? One with the guitar, so you can play along with Steve, and then one that's drum and bass only, so you can just rock out by yourself. Week 1 is going to be an intro to open chord and rock riffs. You're going to learn 10 crucial chords in open position, open power chords, bar chord riffs, the chromatic scale from the 5th and 6th strings, chord fragments and double stops, palm muting techniques, single note picking down and up, or I should say down and up, slurs, hammer-ons, and pull-off slides, bending and vibrato techniques, string deadening tricks, combining power chords with standard open chords, and spicing up the flavor using added single notes, as well as keeping the strings controlled. Week 2 is a study of melodic open string and hard rock riffs. So you're going to learn how to play riffs horizontally across the fretboard, how to create melody, subtle palm muting techniques, practical power chord movements, advanced palm muting skills, adding the chromatic scale elements, picking tricks for tone and style. And then week 3 is going to jump right into single note, blues rock, and funk rock licks. So you're going to learn the 1-4-5 concept, which comes from blues, obviously, straight ahead Ramones style punk, the Beach Boys influence, slow blues riffs, playing riffs from scales, switching strings cleanly, finger options for moving across the strings, okay, because sometimes that gets tricky. And then you're going to have a webinar, okay? It's going to be a 1-hour live webinar with Steve. It's going to be curriculum based. In other words, he's going to teach you some additional things, but also you're going to get to do question and answer with him about the previous 3 weeks, okay? This will be on a Saturday, so if you're working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, no worries. Saturday you'll be able to come and hang out, and it will be recorded in case for some reason you can't come to that class. All right, so week 4, movable riffs and creating riffs from chords. You're going to study the pinball concept, movement within chords. Song study, you're going to learn, basically Steve's going to take Wholehearted by Extreme, break it down for you, and explain how that whole song is put together using riffs. Moving open chord shapes across the fretboard. A song study of Spirit of the Radio by Rush, one of my favorites, by the way. The half bar chord movement, or it's how to take your bar chords and move them around the fretboard, as well as the big problem with G sharp and bar chords. And the lift bar technique, which is super cool. Now, there's a lot of stuff in this class, and so for the sake of time, I'm just going to speed it up from here, right? Week 5 is 1970s rock and chord fragment riffs. Week 6 is 1980s style riffs, and you're going to go deep into rock and roll layering, an advanced double stock technique, the live wire concept, the importance of bass counter, as well as the chordal setup, main riffs in A, I guess I put A twice, A, G, and D it should say, chord fragment exercises, picking fragment exercises, as well as bending exercises. So it's a lot of stuff in the 1980s style riffs, because think about all the bands that came out of the 80s. So it's a big week, is number 6. Then you're going to have another live Q&A webinar, okay? So this will be the second of the live classes. It will be on Saturday and it will be recorded. Cool? So here's what this will do for you. You'll be able to pick up your guitar and play a hard-hitting riff on demand in any style in the last half century and make it look effortless. You'll gain the confidence you need to stand up and play with other musicians. You'll discover how riffs are created and how they're used in songs. And you'll be able to see the fretboard in a whole new way. You'll be able to write your own songs using riffs that you create yourself from scratch. You'll have a new sense of freedom and confidence in your playing because you'll understand chord structures, riff melodies, and chordal fragments. You'll be a better overall musician because you'll recognize riff patterns in the songs that you want to learn, and you'll be able to play your favorite songs in probably half the time because riff patterns will jump off your fretboard at you instead of just being a jumbled mess of random notes and tricky rhythms. You'll also discover what riffs actually are, how they're created, and why they're the backbone of every single song. You'll learn the 6 essential tools that you must have to write your own riffs, how to create spine-tingling riffs from scratch using the open chords you already know. Plus, you'll discover the critical techniques that allowed the 1980s rockers to create Hall of Fame songs based on easy-to-play riffs. How punk guitarists borrowed the classic 145 blues and morphed it into head-banging fun, plus single-note hard rock riffs that put bands like AC/DC on the map. And you'll discover how to add bends to any riff to instantly give it an old-school blues effect. How the 1980s rockers swiped the double-stop riffs inspired by Chuck Berry, way on back, and created a whole new rock and roll sound that they played all the way to the bank. You'll discover the rock and roll layering concept of bands like Aerosmith and how they create that thick rhythmic sound. So, as a webinar attendee bonus, if you decide to invest in this masterclass, you're going to get Steve's Firestorm guitar. When we released this course, sold for $159 and it still does right now on our website. You're going to get it free as a webinar attendee bonus. And if you already registered for the class, you're going to get this as well. Okay. So this is all about rhythm. It's basically it's probably about a 4-hour course on learning. It's basically a rhythm and strumming blueprint of learning songs and how to break them down and to learn them super fast. You get this free. Now, there's a fast action bonus, or actually there was a fast action bonus. It was called the Key to Your Guitar Playing Success. It's sold out. If you already invested in the course, you're still going to get this, of course. All right, fast action bonus number 2, Eddie Van Halen style tapping. Okay, a 1980s classic guitarist, Eddie Van Halen. This is a study of his tapping technique, a $47 value if you're one of the first 150 to register. Now, as a fast action bonus number 3, we're going to send you in the mail the Guitar Zoom guitar strap. It's a nylon strap. It's pretty cool. And it's a $27 value. This bonus expires Wednesday, September 23rd. So if you want this, you definitely want to register beforehand. You also get the 2 live coaching sessions that I mentioned. That's a $120 value. You get the Ultimate Rock Jam Track Guitar Pack, which is 10 of our best loved backing tracks so you can rock out. You get Creating a Killer Guitar Tone by Steve. This is an awesome course, and it touches on something that I rarely hear people talking about, is guitar tone and how to actually get the tone that you want out of the existing gear that you have. Not like, hey, if you want this specific tone, you need to go buy a $3,000 guitar and a $2,000, triple rectifier. No, this is a course on tone that Steve did, and you're going to get it as a bonus when you sign up for this masterclass. The bonus number 4 is David Gilmour style blues soloing. Okay. Bonus number 5 is, of course, the VIP secret email address, which I mentioned earlier. Bonus number 6 is the tab transcription for each week. And actually, I don't know who came up with $29 value. I think it's a lot higher than that because it's a very accurate tab. We spend tens of thousands of dollars a year paying transcriptionists, and they're very accurate. And hopefully, if you bought some of our stuff before, you know how our tabs are actually accurate. So you get tab transcriptions for each week, so you can always refer back to it. And the tab is nice so that you can have, if you're not in front of your computer or your phone, you're not watching the video, you just want to remind yourself of something, you got the tab right there for you. Bonus number 7, of course, I mentioned the private Facebook group. This is an awesome group of people just communicating and just helping each other out. It's really cool. So the total value, the 6-week masterclass, which is about 8 hours of recorded video, as well as the 2 live sessions, which will be also recorded, that's a $600 value, because basically Steve charges about $60 an hour to study with him. So you do the math and you got yourself a $600 value. And the fast action bonuses are a $91 value. The regular bonuses are a $317 value. And the webinar bonus, the Firestorm Guitar Course, is $159 value, for a total value of $1,167. So your tuition for the class is not going to be $1,167, even though that's the real value. It's going to be only $397 if you register by September 30th. Okay, and if you register after September 23rd, it's going to be $297. So if you get in there between the 24th and the 30th, it's only $297. Now, if you register by September 23rd, in other words, Wednesday, September 23rd, if you get your registration in, you can register for the class for just 3 installments of $77 for a total of $231. And if you want to actually save some money, you can do a one and done of $197. You can do that credit card, debit card, or PayPal. And this is actually the option that most of the Masterclass students will use. You're also covered by a 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee, which means you love it or your money back. There's no questions asked and there's no receipt required. Here's what to do next. Click the button, complete the registration form to secure your spot. Remember, class begins September 30th. Now, 4 important reminders. The price goes up $100 midnight, September 23rd. So if you're sitting on the fence, make sure you get in before midnight, September 23rd. Okay? Really important. We always have people that register after the date, and which is great. You know, it's fine. But if you want to save the money, go ahead and register before September 23rd. Remember, space is limited. There's only a certain number of students that Steve can handle and give them the attention that they deserve. So we will be limiting the number of people that can register. And your playing will not get better if you keep doing the same things over and over again. Okay, you're going to keep getting the same results. So this class may be the one thing that sets you on a new path of improvement and just enjoying playing more. Because the better you are, the more fun it is to play. Plus, you're covered by a 90-day 100% satisfaction guarantee. So you can sign up for the class, take it for 3 months, okay? You got 90 full days to check out everything, to go in and be a part of the group, to have access to Steve, to take the class, to come to the Q&A, and if for any reason you're not 100% satisfied, just let us know, okay? Sign up now. Now, a guy that I know that used to be a paramedic told me this once, and I think he told me that this is kind of some dark stuff here, but I want to let you in on his mindset. He said, dude, I have seen a lot of people die. Like, they've been shot, they got in a car accident, I've been called to the scene. Okay, great. So I was like, okay, and what's the point? He's like, and a lot of times people die with regret on their face. And I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty heavy. And he said this. He said, we tend to regret the things that we do in the short term, but we regret the things that we did not do in the long term a lot more, right? If you think about that, think about your past, and then probably, at least for me personally, I think about, man, I wish I would have done this. I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have taken, you know, this risk or that risk, and taken that trip or that vacation or signed up for that class, and I didn't do it. And now I'm kind of living with the results. So think about that if you're kind of on the fence. We tend to regret the things we do in the short term, but the things we did not do in the long term. So this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for you to get personalized training from one of the world's leading guitar experts. Steve has literally helped people from over 100 different countries, and I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of guitarists from over 100 different countries massively improve their playing. So don't let this opportunity pass you by. Sign up now.